Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey.
It's your girl, Lindsay Does It,
And it's Aaron Devon
from the Millennials
Millennials
Podcast. Welcome to another episode.
Yep. I'm filling in for Hazel. She's not feeling well, but she'll be back very soon.
Yep. And in the meantime, in between time, as you can see to our right, we have a very special guest.
What's happening? What's going on past the crack of dawn? It's a.k.a. G. Bautista, a.k.a. also known as Gabe, a.k.a. also known as the sex symbol. Come on now.
A lot of AKAs over there. You know, he got a lot of avenues and places he be.
They know me by a lot of things, you feel me?
Yeah. But I'm gonna let y'all know how I know him. He's a singer. And a matter of fact, I think he's like a triple, quadruple, quintuple threat.
It's called being Mexican.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
being Mexican? I'm telling you, it's something. We work hard.
Always working.
Always working.
Always working.
I got kids. No, I don't.
Was that a confession?
I know, right?
Drake?
I got no kids. Can't afford them.
Hitting daughter.
I got some kids in the future one day.
For
One
sure,
day
for
with
sure.
Mrs.
Adonis?
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. Well, anyways, as you can tell, this is going to be a very fun episode. We have a very fun guest, G. Bautista.
Hey.
You are a singer, songwriter, actor, stand-up comedian, composer,
Hey.
and so much more that you have probably not had the opportunity to unearth, but will unearth pretty soon, because I feel like you're an endless well of talent from what I've seen so far.
Well, I have to be. He made me short. God made me short. You know what I mean? I got no other way. Got to impress a girl some form of way. You know
Some
what I mean?
talents. I got some talents.
I got some talents, ladies. Trust me. It'll compensate for the height.
To all of our short kings, do you guys have, hidden talents and skills that make up for your lack of height? Please let us know in the comments below.
It's called having
a.
a job.
It's called being employed. Oh.
About that money, eh?
That's super sexy when you talk to a girl in her 30s.
That's
you have
true.
a
If
job,
you,
that's
if
the
you got
best
your
thing
stuff
ever.
together, you got a job, you ain't got no kids. What?
Oh, my God. They'd be like, what's going
I
on?
let your bachelor over here.
You have many jobs. Speaking of jobs,
Yeah, I do. I work at almost in every aspect of the industry,
there we go.
except fashion. That for
Except
sure.
fashion, except you do a little bit of commercial modeling.
I do a lot of commercials. I do acting in films, and then on top of that, what else do I also do? I film score. I produce for
That's
artists.
Nice.
I've helped a lot of people, and a lot of people have helped me in the development of who I am as a person. So I give the credit to like a lot of my peers who are my friends, and I'm grateful that I've been a part of their journey as well as their of mine. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So if I was to ask you to list the hierarchy of the things that you do, from what you do the best to what you do maybe, I don't want to say the worst, but like what are you the greatest at, all the way down to what you're still like kind of tapping into? Like,
Okay.
Can you list that from highest to lowest?
I'm the greatest at looking good.
1A.
Hey, man, you feel me?
Ain't gotta try.
I ain't got to try to look good. I just am good. I don't even look at a mirror because it sparks up my ego.
I woke up like this.
And my ego be going through the roof, y'all. That's the truth.
You like me when I get a fresh haircut, man.
Oh, there
What
you
was
go.
I going to say? In all realness, the best thing I can do, I would say, is be myself.
Oh,
Because I get casted a lot. I make ends meet just by being myself on camera. They want the energy that I give right now.
Got that, yeah.
And then second, I would say is producing. I produce real good. I'm really good at producing. And third would be probably communication. I'm really good at communicating to all walks of life. Like I could talk to someone that's formerly out of the penitentiary, to somebody who's never been to the hood, and
wow.
I could I could grab the attention of a lot of people's rooms, and I could connect people in a room together without having to try. So, and then on top of that, then there's like all the instruments, and then there's the acting that comes like innately natural due to my personal experiences in life, and yeah, I could do a lot of things.
You haven't listed singing yet.
I can sing too.
Because that's
Yeah.
the primary reason why we brought you here.
Yes,
but
sir.
as we start to learn more about you and what you bring to the table. You're so much more than just a singer.
Yeah, I mean, cause a man's gotta eat. You gotta do everything to eat nowadays, especially living in California.
Oh.
I don't know if you ever seen how much they take out of your check in taxes, y'all.
Oh, I've seen it.
Income tax.
Yeah, you be thinking,
State
I'm
tax.
getting bacon today. No, we
Tax.
We gonna get one of them ratchet ass pancake joints. We saving that money, y'all.
Oh, y'all getting luncheon meat.
Come
Y'all
on,
not getting no
y'all
bacon.
getting Lunchables, staying single. Tell a girl, hey, we'll meet at the park for the 5th date.
We're gonna feed these
We're gonna feed
swans
these,
and ducks.
and for 5 days in a row until I actually think, okay, she's worth Benihana's.
Oh,
She go worth a Benihana,
She's
dang.
gonna worth the Benihana's day. We'll take the cheesecake after the 5th day,
Cheesecake.
and then I gotta look at my credit score after the cheesecake
Oh
day.
my gosh.
Jeez,
You
come
gonna
on.
take me to Cheesecake Factory?
Negative.
You heard
Dating
about
is
that?
so
The-
expensive.
The whole Cheesecake Factory, like people being mad about like, you're gonna go to take a girl out to Cheesecake. I was like, Cheesecake Factory is nice.
Cheesecake Factory is, bro, you can't. I don't trash Cheesecake Factory. It's been there for me at my lowest.
Listen,
There's a lot of options.
there's everything.
For everyone's budget. So if you want to
Yes.
feel like you want some pasta, they got pasta.
You got pasta.
If you vegan, they got some vegan options.
They do.
If you want
Definitely.
ice cream, they got ice cream. They got like low-key the best burgers.
I don't think I've ever tried their burgers before.
Cheesecake Factory, sponsor me or give me some free food.
Actually, on
I'll
that,
take it any day.
Actually, on that, I read an article about the whole cheeseburger. They like the guy who started the whole cheesecake. He made sure that they made them a certain way from how he was grown up and how the sliders are made. And he's like, okay, they have to be done this way at every Cheesecake Factory.
It's delicious.
Pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Get the bacon and bacon burger. Bacon and bacon burger.
Oh dang.
I like
So,
bacon.
I heard this. I just learned this about Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory used to only do cheesecakes, but when they were bringing up their first restaurant, there was like Chinese restaurants and Mexican restaurants opening up on the same street.
Yeah.
And so they evolved their menu to compete with
That-
those different specialty restaurants. And that's why their menu is so huge. And their food is good.
It is.
Yeah, evolve or dissolve. Come on now.
Oh, ooh, I like that.
Come on now.
Evolve or dissolve.
Come on now.
And find some resolve.
Just don't do that flute thing that Three Stacks did. Just
Listen,
don't.
Stas can do whatever he wants.
I
I
respect
mean, he can do
He
whatever.
lets
He
him.
already did the game, but like, if you in your 20s and you want to play flutes for a living,
Yeah, that's different.
put some 808s behind it at least.
Yeah, he put his time in, so
You know what I'm saying? He got the money. He don't need to struggle. He don't need a rep in the the basement like he used to.
Yeah, I think he could just, if he wants to pick up hobbies, I think he's set for life to where he could just make it a hobby.
Yeah. So with that saying, if you don't got money and you play flutes, you might need to ask
Reassess.
yourself,
Money.
reassess or make that shit hard,
Yeah, there you go. Make
Yeah.
it palatable.
or make a cult,
Form a cult.
form a cult with flutes.
Either way, it works out.
Make a group orgy,
Just hypnotize people with the
hypnotize
flutes.
people. I think that's
Whoa, group orgy. Flutes
I think that's
are
called
valid.
Scientology, y'all.
Andre
Anyway, you
3000
gotta
is
make
not a
it.
Scientologist.
He's not a Scientologist. Let's talk to Tom Cruise though. Maybe likes to cruise his way down the group.
Take Tom off the couch and talk to him.
I mean, he does like risking his life a lot.
It looks like it.
Come
Hey,
on,
he's
he
still
looks
out
like-
here.
Yo, TC, don't hold that shit against me. I want to be in the next Mission Impossible. Put me in the 16.
Oh my God.
Mission Impossible 16.
Is that how many there are?
They got a lot.
They got a lot.
I want to be the one where they throw him out the window.
Anyhow, do you do your own stunts?
No.
Maybe.
No, I did do my own
Maybe
stunts.
like,
I've
you
done
know-
my own stunts. I did a movie this past year with this guy named Johnny Young Bosch. He's like a very known voice animator in the animation community. He
Nice.
did a voiceover for Ichigo, the character for Bleach.
Oh, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did the voice for Broly in the video games.
Oh, okay.
He did. He played Power Ranger, like one of the characters for the Power Rangers for the latest Netflix show.
Mm.
He's also a director, so I had the honor and privilege of working with him, and he helped me learn some fight sequences on how to fight with this cop and detective, and it was really cool.
Nice.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, the movie's called Spades. Giving you free promo, man. Hey, because I'm in it.
Dude, that's you could be in John Wick 5.
That'd be so fire. I wouldn't mind being the Mexican that fights John Wick.
We're trying to put him in all these roles, you know?
Come on.
Put him in.
He could do it all, you guys.
Representation.
He's versatile.
I played a Muslim once.
You know what? I want to know, can you run down like your most like diverse characters? Like characters that are so different from who you are in real life?
From who I am in real life. Playing a murderer. That's not me, y'all. I love God.
You're so convincing in that role, though.
Yeah, I was. I was hella gun. I hold a gun, everything. I was like, yeah, what's wrong with you? You want some water?
What took you to get into that character?
Huh?
Like, how did you get into that character?
Honestly, I was just fucking around.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking. I was talking to my homegirls, one of my homegirls, and I was like, yo, man, I don't know if I'm gonna get this, but like, fuck it. I just did it. And
Gotcha.
they casted me in like 2 hours.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Like after I did it, they sent me the tape. I was like, "You look like a murderer." Fuck.
It's the ones you least expect.
Fucking hell. Shit.
That's dope. Any other characters that kind of are like super outside of your box?
Well, the movie I'm playing one of the leads in is called This Is Water. I actually play a character that's relatively close to me.
Okay.
Because I don't know how. It's just sometimes I feel like God does certain things and he connects you with certain people at a certain time, and I was just in the right place at the right time for that role. And I just play a character that's a younger version of myself. He's in college. He hasn't figured himself out, and he's kind of like who I was when I was in high school. And my character didn't know his mom. I didn't know my mom growing up.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of like I got to understand this world. And then played a supporting role with this character getting his GED. And I grew up in the hood, so you got several of those folks. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to get my brother, you feel me? He reminds me a lot of the character I played in that movie. He's like my brother. So I don't know. I think if you gone through some sort of degree of life experience, it's not hard to tap into anything. You know what I mean?
Interesting. Yeah.
Got you.
I can put myself in those shoes. Did you feel any kind of way kind of playing yourself?
Nah, man, that shit was paying my bills. They say, here's the check. I'm like, cry. I'm like, say less. I need the money, please.
It's all fun when that check clears.
Hey, when that check hits, man, I'll shed a tear anytime.
That direct
Anytime.
deposit. Ching-ching.
Nah, it was amazing. I think it taught me a lot about being vulnerable as a person and being willing to. There's a thing that I learned is like some people move past what they went through.
Yeah.
This movie taught me to face what I went through.
Love it.
So like when people get into relationships or when they find themselves like blending with someone or with their group of friends, they don't realize that they still have unprocessed trauma. That even though they acknowledge they went through it, they didn't really acknowledge it. They just moved past it. But there's a difference between moving past something and moving through something. So what I did was I kind of like had this moment where I told this girl who was going to leave me in this scene that like a reason why I struggle with relationships with women is because my mother left me. And so if my mother wouldn't love me, how could another woman love me? So it was like some kind of like deep rooted trauma that like it helped me like, I don't know. It was such a beautiful experience to have that moment, and especially with like 60 people watching me.
Wow.
On camera, like they all have. They say like when you have these like intimate moments, like there's only gonna be like a few people in the room, but once you get out the room, there's like 80 people watching you.
Watching and listening.
Watching and listening.
Wow.
Yeah, we saw you cry like a bitch.
But we loved it.
Nah, I
It's cinema.
heard stories that people were crying on set for my scene.
Dang, that's dope.
That's
People felt in touch with what you were showing. And then when you were doing that, did you like feel like you were seeing people, or were you just in that mode where you're just acting and you're just portraying, you don't really see all the people out there?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not great at multitasking. So if I see the thing in front of me, that's the first thing I focus on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Got you.
Ladies, I am a simple person, so if you think I can read your mind, you're fucked.
No one can read minds.
I cannot read minds. I'll be getting ladies mad at me. Yo, you should expect to know. What the fuck? I went to public school.
Ladies, don't do that.
Ladies, come on, be nice.
I always give the girl the notebook when Ryan Gosling was like, just tell me what you want. Tell me. That was my favorite scene because it's just tell us. Don't give us all those clues. Just tell us.
Yes. Yeah, dude. I feel like with relationships, I don't know. I think some of us are kind of just lazy or just extremely naive to where we just expect relationships to be easy and for communication to be easy. No,
Yeah.
it's a two-way street. You have to tell your partner your expectations, and you need to receive what they say back to you. And a lot of, I guess this comes with like age and wisdom and time and stuff. But like, ladies, men, come on, just do better.
Yeah, do better, you guys. Ask if you want to know. Sheesh. I'm sick and tired of people coming to me with the relationship stuff, being like, "What should I do?" Which is something that you could just literally say to the other person, "This is how I'm feeling. Is there any way we can find a middle ground?"
Mm-hmm.
No,
I
they don't listen to what
like
I
the
gotta.
truthfulness.
This is why I don't say shit to people. Ask me for advice. I tell them, they don't listen. Fuck it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hate that too. And
I've
it'd be
been
the
there.
same people asking you the same
Same
question,
question.
Yeah.
and you give the same piece of advice, and they don't,
Don't
listen.
Oh, my boyfriend's toxic. Well, if you think he's toxic, then leave him.
Mm-hmm.
Still together. 2
Ugh.
years. 2 years.
I swear I get down to the situation where I'm like, you already know the answer. We've already talked about this. Like they already know the answer. They know what's the problem, right? They're living it.
Yeah.
His sex
So
is
it's
too
like-
good, man.
We've had conversations about this. You know what to do. You just don't want to do it.
I don't know, man. Or sometimes people just need to vent it out of the system.
Yeah, I feel that
I
that's
get you.
usually
It's
the
important to
case.
vent.
True.
It is, but it's
To a certain point.
It's
To a certain
heavy.
point. Once it happens like for 6 years in a row, you
Oh,
gotta
God.
get something
Yeah,
together.
I'm always here for you. But then there's a certain point, like, bro,
Not always.
that story keeps on going and going. And same story.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So speaking of telling your partner how you're feeling, let's talk about your new song, Self Control.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
in that song, you basically are telling the girl like, "Hey, listen, I have no self control when I'm around you." So
Yeah.
tell us about that song.
So the song is about my viewpoint on dating and how like I tend to find myself into women, but at the same time I'm still holding my guard back because I'm unsure about the woman. Because there's a lot of good women. I feel like my belief is like I hear a lot of dudes and especially women too, like from both sides. Are like there's not enough good, or for me, like not enough good women or not enough good men.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't believe in it. I feel like it's just whoever matches you. So when I find myself infatuated with someone, I really see them overall. Like, what's their presentation? What is their biggest attributes to them as a person? Do I feel calm around them? Do they stress me out way too fast? Or I notice certain things like do they project too much of their trauma on me? There's things that I'm aware of these things. So it's like but the song is basically is basically about who I am as a person and how I provide that space for the woman to decide. Because one of the tracks is like all of these nights, all of these years, I've been trying to get by with the dreams I do fear. So that stands for like how I fear sometimes being in a committed relationship. But at the same time, I say, baby, you can decide if it's me that you want. You feel me? Baby, one at a time. Or else, I forgot the lyrics, but like I always like leave the woman the choice to decide if it's me that they want, because I don't like forcing nothing. At the same time, like the choices within them and the choices within me.
There you go.
I take my sweet time when I'm into someone.
Oh, okay.
I take my sweet time.
Do
I don't
you?
rush into no relationships.
Do you take do you take your time so much so that sometimes the woman doesn't even know you're into her like that?
Oh no, I don't do that shit. I don't do that shit. Here's the thing. When I'm into a woman, I get to know them for the first 2 to 3, like 3 to 5 days, and then I try to spark as much conversation as I can with the person, and dependent on how they conversate or how they communicate, I personally prefer phone calls. I'm a phone call kind of guy. So
Wow.
I don't like texting because I'm involved in too many group chats with like what I do for
Yeah.
a living. So it's like I
Right.
don't like texting because texting reminds me of work. So I'd rather conversate on the phone because nothing can get ever misinterpreted.
Yeah, that's very
and
true.
you get to hear the tone of the voice. Rather, if you text it, somebody could get pissed off, or I may get pissed off.
Yeah.
So I literally get to know the person and figure out at the root of who they are. And recently, I've now come to a point where, like, as I get to know them, I ask them, like, where do you feel like you're at this current stage of your life, and what type of person do you feel like I would add value to your life at this current time? So as they feel like, and they let me know their answer, like, okay, I'm at a stage where I'm still dealing with all this chaos, and right now I just really need a good friend, or like right now I'm just trying to figure out who I am. Then I just, I'm happy with that. And then if they turn that question back at me, I just say, this one girl did that with me, and I said, I asked it because I didn't want to seem rude or selfish by letting you know what I want. Because when you tell someone you're into them, it's kind of selfish if you view it like that, because you're not being considerate of the other person's position in life. It's not like it's not oneself. There's no wrong in telling someone you're into them, but I do think I'm considerate of the other person's feelings or what they're going through if I'm into them.
Nice.
So I ask them first what they're going through, and then ask them, like, where do they feel like they're at in their life, and then if they ask me that question in return, because I'm into girls that love having an even flow conversation. So if they don't ask it in return, then it's like, they're one-sided.
They're not communicating.
It's not even they're not
yeah.
communicating. They're one-sided, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
Mhm.
how they see things.
Uh-huh.
So like with that being said, like, yeah, I openly communicate how I feel early along in the process. If they ask me that question back, like, I asked you because I'm into you and I love the principles you are about your life, but at the same time, I'm aware that you're not ready at all. And if you're not ready at all, that's fine. Let's just be friends. So I cap it at that. I don't entertain the thought, and I don't let it become fantasy. And I just live my life and keep moving on. And that the great thing about letting a girl know how you feel early on, and at the same time willing to compromise with the girl, it doesn't put you much like in a position where like you're friend zoned, because I know women don't like what. From my experience, they don't like it when they've already placed someone as a friend.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like it when that person comes down like, I've always been into you. Because you could have said that at the beginning. Mm-hmm. You could have let your intentions be made known.
Yeah.
And that would have that distorts the whole chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
So rather than having to deal with that later on, I rather establish the parameters and the boundaries as soon as I can. That way, okay, if we're friends, that's great. I'm not going to entertain the idea, but now I know, and now they know that there is a potential opening if they decide that they want to.
Damn.
Yeah.
You've been reading books.
Well,
are you 50 years old?
Nah, I just don't got time. I do too many things.
Man, no, I wish people had the same presence of mind as you have when it comes to just the world of dating and how to speak to women and how to kind of gauge their temperature and how you can give them your how you feel, your temperature and things like that. I wish more people, I feel like you're 48 years old, 67 years old. Because some people, men and women, live a whole lifetime and still don't know how to navigate the world of love and dating and stuff like that. And I think you got to figure it out.
And all my dates have been in person, man. I don't do dating apps.
Oh, okay. Look, okay. That reminds me. You said I like talking on the phone. You are 52 years old.
I just don't have time. I don't have
on the cell phone.
And I thought you being Gen Z. Can I tell the people the year that you were born?
Yeah, I'm 26, y'all.
He's 26. We're millennials, right? So
All
we're a
the
generation
30s.
above, And it's I don't even like talking on the phone anymore. But you do, and that's rare. That's
Look,
really
I get
rare.
already hella texts already.
Yeah, you're checking work.
Yeah, I get
business, work.
I get a lot of people communicating with me through text, and I have over 300 unread messages.
Oh shit!
So it's
busy man.
Just call me.
Yeah, I have so much work on my plate that if I make time for the person, I have to ask them early on, how do you prefer to be communicated before I tell them, like, you know, if I'm into them or not. If they're like a texter, then it most likely it's not going to go any further than that. If they're a phone call person, then like it's most likely going to go somewhere. Because I don't like texting. It's just not my thing.
And it takes too long.
And it's, well, if it's short, like, hey, are you going to meet up with me later on?
Yeah.
Quick.
Simple. Yeah.
Or like, hey, have a great day. Like, you know, wish you well.
Or that good morning
voice
text.
messages.
You know, you give that good morning text.
Yeah, you gotta get. I do
Good
send
night.
good morning texts, like
Yeah.
to like everybody, to even my friends.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, I do the
That's
same
nice.
thing.
Yeah, so you kind of touched on why I think some people are more comfortable using apps while some others don't. And I think a lot of people use dating apps when they feel like they want that instant validation because they probably feel down about themselves, or like you said, they might be feeling a void where like, I don't have love in my life, or like I don't think anybody likes me. So let me go on this app and let me see if I can get some responses. And I think that's true for some people. Maybe most people are actually like, oh, I do generally think that I can find love here. But I think for some people, it's kind of like, I just want to feel wanted because there's parts of my life where I don't feel fulfilled.
and there's nothing wrong with it. It's just like, as long as you're aware of it, and you know, that's. But then what you put out is what you attract. So if you have that lack of self-love for yourself in an unhealthy way, then it's like, then you're gonna attract the same energy you put out. So if you got all these things that you haven't figured out, and you go out there and you meet someone that you feel like matches your vibe, but they're just the same person as you, it's gonna go down the drain.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna start arguing, you're gonna start fighting because none of you have figured out that you don't make each other happy. You add to each other's happiness. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's the case. I think I remember I read a lot of studies, definitely trying to background in psychology. So it's like there is a study about, you know, people's mental health or just behaviors changing because of like it or not, or swiping left, or how many, just from social media, how many likes do I have on my Instagram, or how many likes did, and I'm
not gonna cap. I'm addicted to them likes, man.
Yeah,
keep liking my shit, y'all. Like my shit, share that shit. Fuck around. Hey, DM me, ladies.
I don't think it's a situation or a problem.
Hey, DM me, man.
Hey, I'm out here, bro.
I do like phone calls, but ain't only one way to find out.
IG is an app.
So you don't do the dating profile. You just bring the dating profile to you.
Yeah, come slide through, ladies. Slide through.
DMs are the dating profile, huh?
Yeah, honestly, because the Instagram, you could gauge if they're crazy.
Damn, they took 8 selfies in a row in the same position.
They posted a picture every 3 hours on Instagram. Man. That means they're crazy. Yeah. If you post every 3 hours on your feed, there's something wrong.
Yeah, like, what are you doing with your life?
What
Do you have a job?
You have a job, man. Dang. No, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy people scare me.
I definitely, but just going back, I think it's just how we are now. Just the new age of social media. Our last episode was about MySpace and the evolution of Facebook and the evolution of that. And social media has just been part of our lives. So it's all these new things that we're taking in technology is just going to be a part of us now. Mm-hmm. We're going to have those effects that affect us, you know?
But but here's the thing. I make seeing people in person cool though.
There we go.
I make that shit look fly. It may be a part of our culture. I don't mind, ladies. That does not mean I don't mind y'all sliding in my DMs. I do condone it. I endorse it. All right, Joe Biden.
He said, come at me, bro. He said, come at me, bro.
All right, that president endorsed this message.
You did mention that you meet all of your potential dates in person.
Yes, I do.
And to me, I was like, again, like, are you a millennial? Are you Gen X? Because us millennials, we met people at the mall. We're like, damn, he look good.
You look good. Let me approach you. Hey, girl,
I'm over here in the Forever 21. He's over there in that
Old Navy
Radio Shack looking at some stereo.
You look like a dumbass looking at them stereos.
Hey, Radio Shack is closed now. That brings you out back to that she's talking about.
Yeah,
that's back.
Back in the
Ain't no Radio Shack
out of business.
Back in
Radio
the
Shack.
days, okay? But like, where do the Gen Z people meet now?
I just grew up hella poor, so I grew up like I was a millennial.
This guy.
I grew
No
up.
phone.
I grew up with
No
no phone,
internet.
no internet. We had 3 channels growing up. I grew up so poor. I didn't get a phone until like I graduated high school.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
so like,
late for
you know how funny it was when I asked a
20-something.
girl for her Snapchat? Hey, shawty girl, let me get your Snapchat. You ain't gonna ask for my number?
Oh.
Dang. Well, hey, the thing is, I don't got a phone. You know how fucking stupid that shit sound? I don't got a phone.
I'm gonna log into my Snapchat on my computer. Oh my
I'll
god!
DM you later when I get home because I can't DM you now because it's not in my phone. But I'll DM you later.
But you know what? It's like, so your social media handle is like the step before actually getting the phone number. I feel, where it's kind of like, this is kind of like my soft attempt at hitting on you. Let me get your.
I don't slide in DMs.
But you let DMs slide into you?
Yes, because if you...
That's not the right way to say it.
Here's the thing. Yeah, the DMs slide through, man. Slide through, baby. Because I look at them messages, man. Y'all ladies don't.
Hey, but a guy don't mind being appreciated. If a girl's gonna slide through the DM,
I like meeting a girl in person. There's something like so raw and real. And plus, I'm an artist. Classic. I infatuated with the idea, which is what self-control is about. My infatuation with women. And like a particular woman, you know what I'm saying, and seeing where things could go.
A particular woman
out in the wild.
I know. That's what I was about to do too.
And you see a woman that's your type. Let's say at the grocery store, would you just like be like, yeah, I'm gonna approach her, I'm gonna talk to her, or?
Yeah, most of the time it starts out with physical attraction and energy attraction are 2 different things. So like I am mainly attracted to women that I have an idea of who they are.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I don't know who they are, I tend to like I went on a blind date, like a while ago, like Saturday. I went on a blind date.
Oh, that's recent.
Okay. It was for like a YouTube show.
Okay. Oh.
So they got us high. It was I get high going on a blind date with someone.
Oh wow.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. So like this person was smoking weed, and I was smoking weed. We were blindfolded, and one thing led to the next. They asked the lady, so what's your green flags in the man? She said, so green flag in a man. Well, he has to be 6'2". Ooh. I'm like, bitch, I ain't 6'2". I just failed the first flag.
You know, yeah, you didn't pass go.
I didn't pass her qualifications. There's nothing wrong. You could get a 6'2" man.
I would see. You can have a preference, right?
There's a preference.
But height doesn't equate to a good relationship.
It doesn't, but there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing.
I'm glad you're understanding because, yeah, I try not to judge, but it's like.
Yeah, for real, like, I understand if I dated a 6'2" lady, she gonna make me look like a 3-year-old. Like,
it's cool. I'll climb up that tree.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. Ain't no mountain high.
Not a problem for me.
Okay, so obviously you have a great sense of humor, and I don't know if we mentioned this before, but you do comedy. You do stand-up.
I do stand-up, yeah. I'm sitting down, but usually I tend to stand up without the chair. Yeah, I do stand-up sometimes. It's pretty cool. I didn't know I was funny until recently.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought I was just people were just laughing at me.
Let me ask you something. Do you find that women are more attracted to you after you get off, doing a bomb set?
Yes.
There's something about humor. Us ladies, we love a funny man. So that's probably why you keep doing it, huh?
They love funny. They love me singing. But before that, it's just like, hi. Hello. I be talking to tap her shoulder. She looks down like, oh, God. Oh, hey there, little fella. How you doing? Hey.
You want me to reach something for you?
Hey, I could get the sugar on top. Give me a ladder, please. Oh wait, hold on, hold me up.
Yeah, I mean, just getting more into your music. I was listening to yesterday. I was listening to Self Control today. I mean, you have a certain type of vibe that it seems like you have interest in all types of music. I was listening to had some soul into it, R&B, even some songs that I felt like had some like rock little
Like
actors
influence,
influences. And then you had a couple features. I forget what the girl names was, and it was
Journey,
like really
Journey.
slow R&B. I was feeling that too.
Yes,
Yeah.
West
So,
Coast.
what makes you kind of your creativity go into all those different platforms?
Well, most of the time, I am a emotionally inspired creative. So like I create based on moment. So it's like I've been performing since I was 5 years old. So like it's been 2 decades in creating, right? So I've been doing it for so long, so often that now I'm so gifted at what I do that like now I just make how I feel in the moment. And every song you hear, I was in a certain point in my life where like I felt a need to make that sound because it felt like it was right for me at that time. So like when I drop a project, it's every like 2 to 3, 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I like making a project that's like, if I listen to it again, I'm not gonna get annoyed. I like making music that tests the time. You feel me?
Got you.
Nice.
And Self Control, his new project.
Tap in.
It's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. It's on Apple. It's on your mama's house. I'm just kidding.
Hey.
Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Not my
If your
mama.
mama got good taste in music, she be playing
Yeah,
that
she
song
gonna tap
in.
in. Tap in or tap out. You feel me? Get your crack on.
There you go.
Nah, to me, it's good music. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was listening all the way over here, 30-minute drive. I was like, okay, next song. Okay, cool. Next song.
Fire.
It was the whole drive through.
It's a whole variety. I could really respect the different like sounds that you've been able to produce and you've been able to put out throughout your career. And I think, like you said, you can go through project after project and it's not going to sound the same, so you'll never get tired of it.
Because
so,
you keep changing as a person. So what I
that's
made then
true.
is what I was. Now
Got
I
you.
am now. Now I'm self-control.
Got it.
Come on now.
Boom,
Nice,
there you go,
nice.
plug. So before we wrap up, let everybody know how they can find your music, how they can find your cinematic ventures and all this good stuff. What are your socials? Just
Yes.
spill it all out.
Hey, just follow me on G Bautista Official. GBAUTISTA Official. Follow me there. You'll get everything. You'll get like, I'll point you to the link in my bio that has a landing page that takes you to everything that I do. So just follow me on Instagram. I'll simplify it for you and then you'll find everything. Find me, you'll find the rest. Come on.
There you go.
Boom, there you go. That's the source. Well, Gabe G. Bautista, aka the most handsomest. What did you say? AKA
The sexiest man alive.
the sexiest man
Tom
alive.
Cruise, I'm coming for your job.
TC.
TC, cast me. Come on. Let me be up there. Let me get that cheddar. Come on.
Tagging Tom Cruise on this.
Tom Cruise, hey.
Ooh,
He
you
gonna
might
reach out.
repost it.
He's gonna reach out. He gonna cast me for it. Trust me.
There we go. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. It was a super fun conversation. Thank you so much for dropping by
Thank you.
and letting us, talk about your music and your career and all this good stuff, and wish you the best of luck. Next time you're on stage at Flappers or any other comedy club, let us know and we'll
Yes, sir.
support.
Cake.
Yeah. You say
Amazing.
Cake.
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 That's
I like that
amazing.
one. Cake.
Shout out to all my homies out there. Shout out to Adam Mirage, great producer. The Kyrie, great rapper. He's also a full-on creative director. Journey, hey, we haven't talked in a long time. I miss your family. Just shout out to everyone. Justin, Dante, like everybody that has helped me in this journey. My family. Don't do drugs. Give hugs.
That's
Don't
right.
drink and drive.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah.
Good advice. Great advice. Great music. Great product.
And shout out to Jackie too. I can't forget anybody. Shout out to everyone. I can't remember everyone in the moment, but shout out to everyone.
Right. If you remember anybody when we post this, put it in the comments.
All right,
There you
fire.
go.
Don't roast me, y'all. Don't
All
tell me.
right, y'all. Well, this was the Millennials podcast. He was your girl, Lindsay Does It.
Aaron Devon.
Be sure to check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube.
I'll be episodes every Wednesdays. Don't miss out.
That's
Fire.
right.
Cake.
Be sure to like, subscribe, and rate, and then follow us on all of our socials at the.Millennials.
Hey.
You know what it is. Check y'all out next
Peace.
time. Bye.
See
Bye.
Bautista everywhere.